Welcome back to our channel Beyond the Gates Spoilers. Today is a beautiful day to unravel the darkest, most twisted secrets hidden beneath the glamorous surface of Genoa City. We have an incredibly explosive update that will completely change everything you thought you knew about the current storylines. Grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let us dive straight into the heart-pounding drama. Analyze the latest Beyond the Gates clip with us, and ask yourself these thought-provoking questions to pique your curiosity. Who is lying? What secret is about to be revealed? Which character might betray their loved one in the next episode? The answers lie in the treacherous shadows of a conspiracy that is about to blow Genoa City wide open, revealing a mastermind so cold and calculating that it will leave you absolutely breathless. The sterile, unforgiving atmosphere of Genoa City Memorial Hospital serves as the harrowing backdrop for a life-and-death struggle that has kept viewers on the absolute edge of their seats. Bill Hamilton lies in a precarious state, his life hanging by the thinnest of threads as medical professionals scramble to understand the rapid and inexplicable deterioration of his health. Bill has narrowly escaped death multiple times in recent days, creating a suffocating aura of dread that permeates the hospital corridors. Standing vigil are his wife, Haley Hamilton, and her confidant, Randy, but their expressions of concern mask a terrifying reality. As Bill's vital signs crash and the monitors emit their relentless, terrifying alarms, the panic etched on Haley and Randy's faces is not entirely born of grief. It is the frantic, suffocating anxiety of co-conspirators who realize their meticulously crafted plan is spiraling wildly out of control, threatening to expose a sinister plot that goes far deeper than a simple medical emergency. While the hospital remains a chaotic scene of medical desperation, the true epicenter of this dark narrative unfolds far away from the glaring fluorescent lights. In a clandestine, shadow-drenched meeting, Andre Richardson steps into the darkness to rendezvous with a figure from his murky, heavily guarded past. This is no ordinary encounter with a random stalker or a petty criminal. Andre is meeting with a deep-cover operative, a former accomplice who holds the keys to Andre's most devastating secrets. The tension in the air is thick enough to cut with a knife as the operative drops a bombshell revelation that completely rewrites the narrative. Andre Richardson is not merely a frustrated rival watching from the sidelines. He is the undisputed, cold-blooded mastermind behind the entire horrific ordeal that has brought Bill Hamilton to death's door. The sheer brilliance and sociopathic precision of Andre's manipulation are staggering to behold. The operative's revelation exposes the chilling truth. Andre was the one who initially approached Haley Hamilton, recognizing her as the perfect, vulnerable pawn for his lethal chessboard. With the calculated charm of a seasoned predator, Andre identified the deep-seated greed and the festering dissatisfaction that Haley harbored toward her husband, Bill. Andre did not simply order a hit, he engaged in a prolonged, masterful campaign of psychological warfare. He slowly fed Haley's resentments, nurturing her darkest impulses until the idea of eliminating Bill felt like her own desperate, necessary solution to her marital and financial woes. Andre played the role of the sympathetic ear while secretly forging a weapon out of Haley's own profound discontent. The mechanics of this assassination attempt reveal a level of premeditation that is truly terrifying. Andre did not just provide the psychological motivation, he secretly supplied the tangible, lethal resources required to execute the plot. Working through untraceable channels and utilizing his dark connections, Andre furnished Haley with the subtle hints and the specific, undetectable toxins needed to slowly and methodically poison Bill Hamilton. He orchestrated the timeline, ensuring that the poison would mimic a natural, albeit aggressive, medical decline, thereby deflecting any immediate suspicion of foul play. Haley, blinded by her own ambition and guided by Andre's invisible hand, administered the poison, fully believing she was the architect of her own liberation, completely unaware that she was merely a disposable instrument in Andre's grand, destructive design. To understand the depth of this conspiracy, one must examine the profound, multifaceted motives driving Andre Richardson's ruthlessness. Bill Hamilton is not just an inconvenience. He is a monumental rival in both the treacherous arenas of love and high-stakes corporate business. Andre has grown utterly exhausted by Bill's constant, lingering presence in his life and the lives of those he wishes to control. By orchestrating Bill's agonizing demise, Andre aims to eliminate his greatest adversary with a single devastating stroke. But revenge is only a fraction of the motive. Andre's ultimate goal is a massive power grab. He intends to swoop in amidst the grief and chaos following Bill's death, to seize a significant portion of Bill's vast assets and consolidate his own corporate power, elevating his status in Genoa City to untouchable heights. However, the flawlessly designed murder plot is beginning to show dangerous fractures. Back at the hospital, the accelerated and unpredictable decline of Bill's health is causing massive internal panic for Haley and Randy. The poison is acting faster or perhaps more erratically than Andre had promised, drawing intense medical scrutiny that threatens to uncover the unnatural toxins ravaging Bill's system. Haley is buckling under the immense psychological weight of her actions, her facade of the grieving wife cracking as the reality of a murder investigation looms on the horizon. Randy, too, is feeling the intense heat, realizing that they are standing on the precipice of a life sentence in prison. Their growing erratic behavior is a ticking time bomb that threatens to detonate and expose the entire shadow operation. Adding a massive layer of complication to Andre's perfect murder plot is the sharp, unrelenting intuition of Danny Dupree. Danny, who shares a complex and intimate history with Bill, including a highly charged one-night stand during a terrifying tornado, refuses to accept the medical staff's baffled explanations for Bill's sudden collapse. Danny knows Bill's constitution, and her gut instinct screams that there is something deeply sinister at play. She begins to ask the uncomfortable questions, scrutinizing the timeline of Bill's illness and observing the highly suspicious, overly defensive behavior of those closest to him. Danny's unwavering determination to uncover the truth transforms her into the greatest immediate threat to the conspirators, as she begins to piece together the fragmented clues that point directly to foul play. The escalating tension culminates in a fierce, emotionally charged confrontation in the sterile hallways of the hospital. Danny, fueled by her deep connection to Bill and her growing suspicions, directly confronts Haley Hamilton. The clash between the two women is electric, a battle of wills where every word is laced with venom and hidden meaning. Danny aggressively questions Haley's actions, her timeline, and her bizarre lack of genuine emotional devastation. Haley desperately tries to maintain her defensive posture, utilizing outrage and tears to deflect Danny's piercing accusations, but Danny's relentless pressure forces Haley into a corner. This hospital showdown not only highlights the intense personal stakes but also signals to Haley that the walls are rapidly closing in and her deadly secret is on the verge of being dragged into the unforgiving light of day. Meanwhile, another dangerous game of cat and mouse is unfolding, tightening the noose around Haley's neck. Caroline Lee, Bill's highly observant assistant and Haley's former friend, has begun to notice the dark, manipulative underbelly of Haley's personality. Caroline is in a unique position to observe the subtle shifts in Haley's behavior, the secretive phone calls, and the unexplained absences. The dynamic between Haley and Caroline transforms into a tense psychological thriller, with Caroline quietly gathering the breadcrumbs of evidence that could ultimately blow the poisoning plot wide open. Caroline's meticulous observations intersect dangerously with Danny's aggressive inquiries, creating a multi-front assault on Haley's crumbling alibi and threatening to expose the toxic resources that Andre so carefully provided. As the pressure mounts in Genoa City, Andre Richardson faces a catastrophic crisis of his own during his clandestine meeting. The old accomplice, realizing the immense leverage they hold, begins to threaten Andre. The operative demands a larger cut of the impending financial windfall or threatens to expose Andre's role as the true mastermind behind the attempted murder of Bill Hamilton. Andre, a man who demands absolute control, suddenly finds himself being blackmailed by a ghost from his past. He realizes with chilling clarity that his meticulously constructed web of deceit is fraying at the edges. To protect his imminent hostile takeover of Bill's empire and his own freedom, Andre knows he must take drastic, immediate action to permanently silence his former accomplice before the truth can be leaked to the authorities. Faced with the very real possibility of exposure, Andre's sociopathic brilliance kicks into overdrive as he formulates a ruthless contingency plan. He has no intention of going down for Bill's murder. Instead, Andre prepares to execute the ultimate betrayal. He begins to manipulate the narrative, carefully planting fabricated evidence and subtly shifting the digital and financial trails to point exclusively toward Haley Hamilton. Andre intends to completely isolate Haley, framing her as a deranged, greedy wife who acted entirely alone in her quest to inherit her husband's fortune. By throwing his own pawn to the wolves, Andre plans to emerge from the wreckage completely unscathed, playing the role of the shocked bystander while he quietly absorbs the power and assets he has coveted for so long. The convergence of these explosive storylines guarantees that the upcoming episodes will be nothing short of legendary. Danny Dupree's relentless quest for the truth, Caroline Lee's quiet accumulation of damning evidence, and the frantic, paranoid unraveling of Haley and Randy are creating a perfect storm of suspense. Furthermore, the involvement of superstar couple Ashley Morgan and Grayson Perez, who are deeply worried about a friend facing severe troubles, adds another layer of high-profile attention to the unfolding tragedy. Could their concern be directed at Bill, or perhaps someone else caught in Andre's toxic web? Their superstar status ensures that once the truth detonates, the scandal will be broadcast far beyond the city limits, making it impossible for the perpetrators to hide. As we analyze the psychological depths of this storyline, the thought-provoking questions we posed earlier take on a terrifying significance. Who is lying? Almost everyone caught in Andre's orbit is wearing a mask of deception. What secret is about to be revealed? The horrifying reality that Bill Hamilton's illness is a calculated, cold-blooded assassination attempt orchestrated by a trusted rival. Which character might betray their loved one? Andre is already setting the stage to betray his co-conspirator Haley, leaving her to face the wrath of the justice system alone. The intricate layers of betrayal, the insatiable greed, and the chilling lack of empathy display a masterclass in soap opera villainy, promising a climax that will shatter relationships and alter the power dynamics of Genoa City forever. The ticking clock on Bill Hamilton's life echoes with every agonizing second that passes in that hospital room. Will Danny and Caroline uncover the undeniable proof of the poisoning before the lethal toxins complete their dark work? Will Andre succeed in silencing his blackmailer and framing Haley, or will his own arrogance be his ultimate undoing? The stakes have never been higher, and the emotional fallout will be absolutely devastating. As the shadows of Andre's past collide with the desperate actions of the present, viewers must brace themselves for a collision course of epic proportions. The truth is clawing its way to the surface, and when it finally breaks free, it promises to leave a trail of broken lives and shattered empires in its wake. Stay tuned, because the drama in Genoa City is only just beginning.